कमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललितां श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणासिन्धो दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभान सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवसुति गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोन्दनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। हरे कृष्ण। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठावतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारणे शून्यवाणी पाश्चात्य देशतारणे। Can everyone see the screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
My obeisance to all of you people. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Yesterday we celebrated Advaitacharya Parents Day actually. You know, in Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So, Panchatattva, I mean, Lord Chaitanya, Krishna himself, he appeared with his associates. This verse is there in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto. Krishna Varnam Tisa Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yajnir Sankirtana Arpanaya Rejanti Sumedasa. So, what is that? Uh, so, the Panchatattva Lord, Krishna appeared with his associates. Who are the associates? Bhaktarupa. Bhaktarupa came as a devotee, Lord Chaitanya. Swarupa, Nityananda Prabhu. And Bhaktavatara. Avatar is incarnation of Advaitacharya. And Bhakta Shakti is Gadadhar Pandit. And Bhaktakyam, devotees headed by Shivas. So Advaitacharya, Advaitacharya is actually, there's a verse actually, Mahavishnu Jagatkarta. Sorry, Advaitam Harinadvaitam, Maya Bhakta Samsanad. I forgot actually, sudden. 1 minute. This is here. Advaitam Harinadvaitam Acharyan Bhakta Samsanad Bhaktavataramishyantam Advaita Acharya Ashraya. Because he is non-different from Hari, Supreme Lord, is called Advaita. Because he propagates the cult of devotion, is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore, I take shelter of it. I take a shelter of him. Then Mahavishnu Jagatkarta Maya Srijat Yada Tasyavatare Advaita Charishwara. So we'll see little philosophy, little bit, and see the pastimes. So, Um, like the way metal world is created, and the creation of the metal world, you need what do you call what happened? Correct. Yeah. Pradhan has all the elements, and Pradhan is the uh, two, Pradhan and Mahatattva. One is the efficient cause, another is the material cause. You know, so likewise, Mahavishnu, um, Mahavishnu, what he does, he creates the universes. So he glances, right, Mahavishnu. What is that? Yes, seek and swasita kalamata avalambya. Jivantilom vilaja jagadandanatha. Vishnur Mahan Sahiyesh Kalavisesh Govindamadi Bhushantaham Bhaja. So Mahavishnu glances the material energy, that way is the efficient cause, but Narayana is the one who creates the universes, is the material cause. That material cause is Advaitacharya. That material cause is that Narayana who creates the universes, I mean we call it multiverse. Taking the glance of Mahavishnu, so Mahavishnu is the efficient cause, you know, Nimitta Karan, Pradhana Karan. So Advaitacharya is that as Narayan who will create, who create all the universes. Uh, so Advaitacharya's prayers is calling, caused Lord Chaitanya to descend. Is calling caused that Krishna in the form of the Supreme Lord Hari, Radha Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. So Advaitacharya's call, this is one of the external reasons for Lord Chaitanya to descend. He was lying on the, you know, mm, milk wash. He mentions it actually, So, but Advaitacharya was born, his parents are actually Kubera Pandit and Nabha Devi. They are from Silhet, and there is a temple. And Advaitacharya moved to Navadvip. He also had a home in Shantipur. He was married to Sri Devi and Sita Devi. She's also called Sita Thakurani. Yogamaya. He had through Sri Devi one child and Sita Devi five children. Out of six, three are devotees. Nice devotees. You know. So again and again, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya mentions, his call has brought him to this world. So after the two branches, um, big branches of Lord Chaitanya tree, the biggest branch is Nityananda Prabhu. The second biggest branch is actually Advaitacharya. Second biggest branch is Advaitacharya. And one time Chandramali Maharaj said, uh, as it is written in Gautami Tantra, anybody would offer tulsi, you know, tulsi, tulsi leaves and Ganga water. It will, and anything you pray for, Krishna would sanction, you know. So he offered, as an acharya, He felt himself very unqualified, and what he did, he called. He is calling. He would offer, he would offer this Ganga water and tulsi leaves, and he would offer, and that water would go in the river, Ganga river, out worship. And the downstream, what is her name, Mother Sachi Devi, Sachi Mata was taking bath, and when this would, this this water of tulsi, water plus tulsi leaves would touch her, she would have abortions. That's what Chandramali Maharaj said. So his call was very intense. His call was very intense, and he wanted the Lord to descend. No, um, he wanted the Lord to descend. So we can see, what is that? Whatever that was told yesterday. Will one is actually the devotee spoke very well. Rasika Bhuvi and Shamaksh spoke. So what I'll do is now, we'll try to cover as many pastimes as possible. One is Advaita Acharya was actually very elderly. When he was 52-year-old, Lord Chaitanya appeared. And Lord Chaitanya disappeared at the age of 48. That time Advaita Acharya was 100-year-old. And Jayapataka Maharaj says, we put a beard and all. But Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur says Advaita did not have any beard and didn't age out. After that, he lived another 25 years after Lord Chaitanya left. So, and as a guru,
मस्त smell येतं.
as a guru,
But it should not go in my nose because I have to offer to Lord first. I'm not allowed to put it. No, I'm not allowed to put it.
Mataji, can you please mute?
as a guru, he was also Yadunandanacharya. He was guru for Yadunandanacharya. That's why when Raghunath Das Goswami was born, Yadunandanacharya, he took Raghunath Das Goswami to Advaita Acharya, and Advaita Acharya gave blessings to Yadunandanacharya. He gave blessings to Raghunath Das Goswami. There is a seed of Raghunath Das Goswami devotion actually. Blessings he received from Advaita Acharya. So when Lord Chaitanya was born, actually, the Navadvip was filled with Mayavadis, a billion population, billion population and so many people. But they were all atheists. They would spend so much money for marriages. It's all about, challenging, debating. But the people, very advanced devotees, so-called, they would say Krishna and go in the one time, that's it. So Advaita Acharya, as the head of Brahmin community, he felt very sad, felt morosed for the condition of Kali Yuga. And then he decided, I'll make that Lord descend into this world to spread Harinam Sankirtan. So, and he would preach. One day, when what is his name, Madhavendra Puri, on the instruction of Gopal, when he came to when he was on his way to Jagannath Puri, he stopped in Shantipur. So he stopped in Navadip. That is when Advaita Acharya received initially. When he saw him, he was bright and effulgent. He received initiation from received initiation from Madhavendra Puri. He and Haridas Thakur both. And later, they both received initiation from Haridas from Madhavendra Puri. So very, he would tell people, I would cause Lord Hari to descend. You would see him soon. See him soon. So when there was an eclipse on Falguna Purnima, when everyone was chanting, Srivas Thakur and Haridas Thakur, they all became very happy. They felt, let the eclipse continue. They got a feeling Supreme Lord descended. They got a feeling Supreme Lord descended. They became very joyous actually. And Sita Thakurani went to, their home. And Lord Chaitanya's Jagannath Mishra's home. And she saw baby Nimai. She said, everything is Krishna except the color. Everything is Krishna except the color. Wow. But eventually, of course, they forgot. That's a different thing. So, by the power of Yogamaya, Advaitacharya, um, but he has only one thing. He wanted to preach and bring the conditioned souls to the lotus feet of Gauranga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaur Hari. You know, one day, actually, it is Advaitacharya who detected him. You know, one day Lord Chaitanya went with Gadadhar Pandit to the home of Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya is actually, doing arti, praying. When Lord Chaitanya heard that, he fainted. When he fainted, um, Advaitacharya saw that. Wow, this is the one. He's the one hiding himself as a thief. Finally, I could unearth him. And what he did, he brought the Arti paraphernalia. He did Arti and he started applying all chandan to his feet and he was applying on his head. Gadadhar said, Advaitacharya, what are you doing? You're the leader. And he's only a small child. Why are you doing this? Advaitacharya said, how long can you consider him as a child? Don't you see? You know? And Gadadhar said, so you're talking, you think he's incarnation? Yes. I've been telling he's the one. Haribol. But the pastime goes, of course, he goes to Shantipur. He wanted Lord to call him back. Basically, he wanted to prove the world. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead, actually. But one pastime very vivid is, is a pastime that happened in Mayapur. Lord Chaitanya, many times I mentioned, Lord Ram, when he would deal externally, what was his parichay? What was his introduction? I am Dashrath Nandan Ram. No, I am son of Dashrath. Actually, Lord Ram revealed his divinity only to, only few occasions. Three people, three ladies actually. He revealed few more, but three ladies are prominent. Of course, he sent Jatayu back, the first one to send back to spiritual world is Jatayu. But most of the time, Ram is always I am, oh, no, no, I'm a human being. I am Dashraddhanandan Ram. Likewise, Lord Chaitanya, always, what is that? Humble. I am your servant. He's the one who wrote Sikshashtakam Trinadapi Sunichanam. So, he would respect Srivas Thakur and Advaitacharya. Why? They are his gurus, god brothers. Actually, no, especially Advaitacharya, guru's god brother. I don't know the guru of Srivas Thakur, actually. No. So, this was where this became very difficult for Advaitacharya, actually. No. So, Advaitacharya will have, he wanted to prove to the world that he is servant of Lord Chaitanya. And what he did, he went to Shantipur, started preaching Yoga Vasishtam. You know. So Advaitacharya always, what is that? Um, he's an Acharya, right? He's an Acharya. You teach by example. But anyway, you want to prove, um, he was teaching Yoga Vasishtam, which is actually Mayavad philosophy. One day Lord Chaitanya decided to visit Shantipur and visit Advaitacharya. He told Nityananda Prabhu, chalo, we'll go together. So when they were walking, they saw, the Supreme Lords, they were seeing their own creation. Oh, very nice, so beautiful. Then they happened to come across a Shakta sannyasi. This Shakta sannyasi was attracted to their beauty. Please come inside. He's a sannyasi. Lord Chaitanya immediately offered obeisances, offered respects. He said, Shakta sannyasi said, I bless you that you have 100 years of happy, long life of family, children, so much money, wealth, and home. Lord Chaitanya said, what is that benediction? Please bless us that we get Krishna Prema. Ah, you are correcting me? You are yesterday born child? You are correcting me? Nityananda said, no, please, don't feel bad. He doesn't know. So, so, um, so actually, he was so attracted to their beauty, he wanted to offer, he wanted to serve them. Please take some prasad. Lord Chaitanya accepted prasad and accepted his food, fruits from a Shakta sannyasi. Can you believe? Only so that he would be benefited. Only so that the Shakta sannyasi is benefited. You're all listening, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, uh, then suddenly one lady came in. She said, Lord Chaitanya, who is this? This is my wife. Oh, you're sannyasi having a wife, Lord. So Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu traveled all over India, so he knows Lord Chaitanya, Supreme Lord, he also knows everything. But and she was looking at them. They're so beautiful. And so how is that sannyasi having a wife? Then Nityananda Prabhu said, no, that's okay. Um, but then, because the sannyasi was so impressed by their demeanor and beauty, he said, I want to serve you more. So do you want to take some bliss? Do you want to take some bliss? Chaitanya said, what is bliss? Nityananda Prabhu said, no. Nityananda Prabhu knew. So bliss means liquor. Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya said, what is bliss? Then he told Nityananda Prabhu, so the Sakta Sannyasi said, it's liquor. Immediately, Vishnu, 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 Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, they just ran away from the home and they jumped in Ganga and started swimming upstream. Sorry, started swimming downstream. They went to Shantipur. Shantipur, why this was told is Lord Chaitanya even accepted Shakta sannyasi and he he accepted his service also, knowing very well he is you know um, he has family and he has the other habits, questionable habits. How many of you are understanding? So then Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda they start going and Sri was at Advaitacharya was teaching Mayavad philosophy, Yoga Vasishtam. God is so great, God is so great, He is impersonal, invisible, absolute, He has no name, He has no form. You are God, I am God, everybody is God. Lord Chaitanya couldn't believe his eyes, his ears. What you are telling, you are preaching with this bogus philosophy, Mayavad philosophy? So as Lord Chaitanya was going forward, immediately increased his voice. God is so great, He is impersonal, invisible, absolute, He has no name, He has no form. And uh, we should all, and eventually we'll merge into the Brahman and we'll become God. Hare Krishna. Lord Chaitanya couldn't believe, he became his bewilderment turned into anger, wrath. He went and pulled Advaitacharya from his dais, pushed him on the ground, and he sat on his chest, started beating him. Started beating him. Sita Thakurami came and said, "No, please, please, please don't do that. Please don't do that, he's an old man, he'll die." Uh, uh. Advaitacharya, where Krishna Lord Chaitanya was beating like this, then what is his name? Haridas Thakur started, and Nityananda started laughing. Haridas Thakur became bewildered, scared. Ooh, he's beating. And after some time, Lord Chaitanya got up, got down, started panting. Advaitacharya got up and said, "Aha, what happened to you? I would just offer my obeisances to you. I would offer just obeisances. And you would also counter, you would, what is that? You would say, I'm your servant, I'm your servant, I'm your servant. Where is that humility gone, sir? Where is that humility gone? You know, Thank you very much for accepting me as your servant." Advaita said. Then larger than you understood. He was caught by Advaitacharya. Because uh, and all the time Lord Chaitanya would respect him. But he was so disgusted with Mayavad. He had to really become angry to uproot this mentality. Agree or not? Huh, everyone? Can everyone hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Fantastic.
Prabhuji.
So the point I'm making is Prabhupada would teach this every time. Prabhupada first, second avenue, first temple in the Western world. He would talk about Mayavad. They would think the devotees and the new this hippies, they would think Mayavad is a group in India that Prabhupada had a problem with. You know, Prabhupada had a problem with. There was no Bhagavad Gita those days for ISKCON, and Prabhupada would use one version of Bhagavad Gita written by Sarvapal Radhakrishnan, and 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 Prabhupada would say, I will tell many times. Prabhupada said, I will tell you people what is the problem with this book. At one time, Advaitacharya, sorry, not Advaitacharya. One time, it's written in the book, don't worship Krishna, but worship within Krishna. So this author is devised, he's trying to create a difference between Krishna and Krishna's body. And immediately Prabhupada quoted one verse and said, how that is wrong. And another place Prabhupada says, Manmana bhav madbhakto. Krishna is telling, offer your, worship me, become a devotee, offer your homage to me, you'll come back to me. There he wrote, meditate, meditate on Brahman. Prabhupada said, see. So anyway, one day, what happened? This Manmana Bodh Magdakta verse came, and I can't tell you the name, but uh, Prabhupada, So anyone wants to add? Casually, Prabhupada said, anyone wants to add anything? So this person picked up, he raised his hand and said, I want to speak. Prabhupada said, go ahead. So, what is that? Immaturity. I mean, I cannot tell now, but anyway. He started speaking Mayavad, supporting more or less. And he didn't realize Prabhupada was becoming angry. So Prabhupada said, are you finished? I said, no. Then I said, go ahead. So he continued speaking. He didn't realize Prabhupada was becoming angry. Finally said, are you finished? He said, no, continue. So finally he said, are you finished? Yes. Prabhupada became angry and he smashed the table. Why do you try to kill Krishna? You cannot become Krishna. No Jiva can become Krishna. So Prabhupada became angry and he smashed the table like literally. Everyone got darshan of Nrsimhadev. That's when they understood Mayavad is not an ism in India, a group that Prabhupada didn't have a good relation with. Mayavadam is a disease. Everyone's disease in everyone's heart. Hare Krishna. You're all listening, right? So it is a disease in everyone's heart. When you do something wonderful and people respect you and they say, well, of course, thank you. So the point is, Mayavadam is detrimental to pure bhakti. Though his god brother, his Guru Maharaj's god brother, Lord Chaitanya did not tolerate. So that is one point, and but of course then Advaitacharya got up and said, where is my Lord? Where is that? I'm your servant, you're my Guru's god brother. Where is it gone? Thank you for accepting me as your servant. Oh, Lord Chaitanya Lord Chaitanya realized he was caught in the trap. So yesterday, Rasibu made a nice point. So today morning somebody asked me that. Can't Vishnu Tattva give love of God? When you chant Namabas, anyway, I have a question for all of you. Namabas, what can Namabas give? Namabas chanting can give what it cannot give. Huh? Your chanting is Namabas chanting. What can Namabas give? What it cannot give.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It cannot give love of Krishna Prabhuji and give liberation.
Can give liberation. One more question. Can Vishnu give love of God? Or Krishna Prema, Raja Prema?
No, Prabhuji.
No Prabhuji.
No problem.
Why?
Because when we talk about Vaikuntha, the bow of worshipping Lord Vishnu is in awe and reverence. But when we talk about Krishna Prem, we talked about serving Krishna in different ways in different rasas. Other than Dasya rasa, there is no other rasa in Vaikuntha Loka, which is different in Vraja because you have more than servitude, you have more rasas there. That's my understanding, Prabhuji.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone wants to add anything?
Vishnu is Krishna in the work because the loving exchanges won't be there. Krishna in Vrindavana is father at home.
Okay. Bilamal Das Thakur explains Krishna Prema can be bestowed, especially Vraja Prema is bestowed by, Krishna, especially with his when internal potency is present, Radharani. Bhaktya Sanjayate Bhakti. Lord Chaitanya can bestow Krishna Prema because of the presence of Radharani, Bhakti Devi. So Krishna Prema, yes, cannot be bestowed by Vishnu, especially Vraja Prema. So what is that? What are we talking? I forgot the before one.
You were mentioning about Advaita Acharya being very happy there, and Lord Chaitanya realized that part.
Yeah. So what is that? What is very detrimental to bhakti? Mayavad philosophy. As long as that's why in Manasiksha we were seeing, the third verse. When we want, we need to cross that obstacle. What is that? Becoming one with God, or merging in impersonal Brahman, entering into the body of Krishna or Vishnu. That if you have that mentality, you can never make any progress in Krishna Prema, Raja Prema. Second thing is worship of Lakshmipati in non-reverence. That will also, that those people are disqualified from entering into Raj Prema. Then, what is that? So this Mayavad is very detrimental. One should not. So that's why one recently in Manasiksha class I asked, somebody gives you an opportunity to merge into Brahman, will you go? I was very happy. Many devotees said no. Fantastic. You have made a lot of progress as a Gaudiya Vaishnava. So that is one pastime, and second thing is the every year Advaitacharya. Actually, now after Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, Lord Chaitanya left. He woke up in the middle of the night and he left. Next day morning, devotees started coming, not knowing what happened. Then she said, Vishnu's property belongs to his devotees. You guys take everything, and you take possession of all these things, this home. everything. It's what happened? My son left me to take sannyas. Ooh, they would start crying. Otherwise, they were crying, they were wailing actually. Advaitacharya came, said, no, I'm going to jump in Ganga, I cannot bear this separation. How can I live without my Lord? And if you were to stop me, I'll jump in the night, I'll jump in Ganga in the night. Devotee said, we'll not stop you. We will go with you. We'll all jump. Then they heard a voice, celestial voice, Akashvani. Please don't do that type of things. Very soon you'll be united with your Lord. Please don't do that. So after Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, then Advaitacharya, so Nityananda Prabhu tricked him. Lord Chaitanya wanted to go to Vrindavan, but Nityananda Prabhu tricked him and brought him in another direction, opposite direction. And Lord Chaitanya saw Ganga. He thought this is Yamuna. I've already reached. And there, famous statement of Advaitacharya. There he saw Advaitacharya in the boat. Advaitacharya. Actually, Lord Chaitanya saw the Ganga. He thought it's Yamuna. He started offering, the prayers of Yamuna Devi. Then Advaitacharya said, Advaitacharya, when did you come to Vrindavan? Advaitacharya said, my Lord, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. What is Vrindavan? A state of consciousness. What is Vrindavan? State of consciousness. I am very insignificant. Everyone is better than me. Everyone has loving relationship with one another. With Krishna in the center. Wow. So Lord Chaitanya said, Advaitacharya said, my Lord, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada's heart is Vrindavan. That's why he could create new Vrindavan. He created all these 108 temples, which are actually embassies of Vrindavan. So if your heart is Vrindavan, then we can give Krishna to others. Hare Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya came and stayed in Advaitacharya's home. Advaitacharya immediately brought, summoned devotees to bring Mother Sachi to come and cook. Actually, no, it is in Advaitacharya's home. Raghunath Das goes. Second time, first time when Lord Chaitanya wanted to go to Vrindavan, he came and stayed with Advaitacharya home again. That is when Raghunath Das Goswami came to Shantipur and received guidance from Lord Chaitanya. Received guidance from Lord Chaitanya. Don't be a Markat Vairagi, behave like a materialist and wait for the opportunity. Eventually, when the right opportunity comes, come back. Then eventually, what is that? He, on the order of Nityananda Prabhu, he performed Panihati festival, Chiradai festival. Then, by Nityananda Prabhu's grace, he escaped and came to Puri. So, what is that? Advaitacharya, he hosted Lord Chaitanya there actually. He hosted Lord Chaitanya and every time Lord Chaitanya, he would stop, he would stop within Shantipur and Navadip and Advaitacharya would serve him. The another story is, every year all the devotees would come to all the devotees would come to Navadip. From Navadip, they would come to Puri. Puri and they would spend 4 months. Shivananda Sen would bring them actually. Shivananda Sen would bring them and then devotees would go back. No, one more thing actually. Sorry. So when Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu brought him, tricked him and brought him to Sandipur, past 3 days Lord Chaitanya didn't eat anything. So Lord Chaitanya took bath and he took bath and devotees arranged prasad. Devotees arranged prasad and Lord Chaitanya said, this prasad is looking very good. Krishna will be very, very, very happy. You know? So Lord Chaitanya is thinking it is actually an bhoga offered to Krishna. I said, Advaitacharya said, don't worry. I know you very well. As Jagannath, you would eat 56 items. Chappan bhog, 56 times. Please eat. The Nityananda Prabhu said, Nityananda Prabhu also sat next to Lord Chaitanya and said, oh, past 3 days I am very hungry. Today at least I thought I'll have a good meal. Now I realize today also I have to fast. Advaitacharya said, no one knows your caste. If sitting with you, we lose our caste. So they very playfully, and they would have these loving arguments. So they started exchanging these words. And one time, Nityananda Prabhu became angry and he took little rice and he threw on the ground. When he threw on the ground, that one of the grains of rice touched the body of Advaitacharya. Immediately, Advaitacharya became ecstatic, started dancing. Haribol. No, in ISKCON, do you see anywhere arguments ending up into one of the persons dancing with ecstasy? Huh? So we should not criticize anybody. We should not end up arguing with anybody. What do we should pray for that? My Lord, please help me. I don't end up getting into arguments with anyone. You're all listening, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So when you understand a person, what you will do? You have to stay back. Should not unnecessarily extend the conversation. Pray for the other person. So then Lord Chaitanya, from there he came. He came to Puri every year, and Advaitacharya, and they would all come. So Advaitacharya, those days, they all the devotees would invite Lord Chaitanya for prasad. But Lord Chaitanya, so many sannyasis would come. Brahmananda Bharati, Paramananda Puri, Sarvadhana Goswami, all so many 20 people would come. But Advaitacharya felt, I should, if they all come, I cannot serve Lord Chaitanya. But if they cannot tell at the same time, don't come, because they're all loved by Lord Chaitanya, they are Lord Chaitanya's Guru's God brothers. But Advaitacharya also Guru's God brother, right? So what he prayed intensely. He prayed to Indradev. Then what happened? It's lunchtime. When it was lunchtime, Lord Chaitanya, would start walking. But there was a pouring rain everywhere. The sannyasis could not even step out of the home. But Lord Chaitanya's in his path to where Advaitacharya was staying, it's a very light drizzle. It's a very light drizzle. So Lord Chaitanya reached. Advaitacharya and Sita Thakurani, they were very happy. They prepared, a banana leaf with all the items, cups, and 10 types of shak, and dal, sabjis, and rice, and with ghee and so many. They brought Mahaprasad from Jagannath temple. And before Lord Chaitanya would finish half, Advaitacharya would fill it up. Just to please Advaitacharya, Lord Chaitanya ate so much. And Lord Chaitanya, after he washed his mouth and said, Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya started offering prayers. My Lord, thank you very much for fulfilling my desires. You have controlled Indradev. Lord Chaitanya said, Advaitacharya, to please you, Indra facilitated this. Just to please you as Mahavishnu, Indra facilitated this torrential rain. Earlier, during Krishna's Leela, he ordered that torrential rains in Vrindavan, but today on your order, he ordered this torrential rain in Puri. But accept my place. So, it's a wonderful Leela to discuss. And Advaitacharya, what is that? One time they were doing 1 year when they came to Puri. What is his name? They cleaned, Lord Chaitanya cleaned Gundicha Marjanam. They cleaned the temple. After that, there's a big kirtan. In that kirtan, one of the sons of Advaitacharya, he fainted. Gopal fainted. And devotees told Advaitacharya, your son fainted. He came. My son, wake up, wake up. But there is no sign of any life in Gopal's body. Then everyone started chanting Narsingarti, Everyone started praying for Narsingadeva. Lord Chaitanya came. Devotees told Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya put his hand on the chest of Gopal. Gopal, arise, arise. Why are you sleeping? Immediately Gopal got up, started dancing. Everyone was so happy. Haribol. Lord Chaitanya revived Gopal actually. But because Srivas Thakur's son was going back to Godhead, interestingly, Lord Chaitanya sent him back to Godhead. Supreme Lord is independent. We don't understand his leelas. Whatever is good for the jivas, he does it anyway. One day, one sannyasi came to the house of Advaitacharya and he asked, Lord Advaitacharya invited him for prasad. They invited prasad and said, I will eat only if you answer me this question. Advaitacharya said, go ahead. What is the relationship between Keshav Bharati Maharaj and Lord Chaitanya? So he thought, I'll answer this question in 2 ways. Let me answer first materially, then spiritually. Advaitacharya thought and he said, Keshav Bharati Maharaj is sannyas guru of Lord Chaitanya. He said that. When Achyutananda was only 5-year-old, 4 actually, small, even less than that, 3-4-year-old. When he heard that, he came running into the room and said, he was not even wearing clothes. Father, what are you telling? Kaliga has really progressed. You're telling Keshav Bharati Maharaj is sannyas guru of Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is guru for everyone. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. And Father, you are telling he is a guru for Lord Chaitanya? Kali Yuga has really progressed, Father. Hare Krishna. When Lord Chaitanya, as Mahavishnu, when he lies down in the causal ocean, he creates universes, so many universes. As his expansion, Garbhodaksa Vishnu, when he lies down, from his navel Brahma comes, the secondary creator of the universe, creator in this world. And you are telling Lord Chaitanya had a guru? Advaitacharya embraced his son, started crying. The sannyasi thought, as the father, as the son. Wow, amazing. You're all listening, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And actually, it is Advaitacharya who wrote that sonnet at the end of his life. Jagdanand Pandit went to stay for a month in Navadvip. Then Advaitacharya wrote him a very, a poem. There he said, rice is, and there is enough rice everywhere. And people are becoming mad eating this rice. So there is no need for any more rice. Lord Chaitanya, when he read it, he said, wow, Advaitacharya is a pujari. Pujari, what he does, he invites Krishna to receive his worship. After worshipping, he would send the Krishna back. He said, and then Lord Chaitanya became grave. Lord Chaitanya became grave. So anyway, Advaitacharya, we give credit to Advaitacharya for his descent. For Lord Chaitanya's descent, we give Lord Advaitacharya's biggest contribution is his hunkar caused Lord Chaitanya to descend this world. So next week is actually now Nityananda Parents' Day. We will see more there. And I mean, so many pastimes are there. So what I can speak, I have one more. Yeah. Auntie, and I have one more class. And thank you very much. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनन्तकोटि वैष्णव श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Advaitacharya ki jai. I'm ending now.
Thank
Thank
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can I ask one small question?
Yes.